Why has Sony been so careful? Why are they so slow to launch the next big camera body? We're talking about the rumored Sony A7V. We're also talking about the still unconfirmed A7S4. It seems like the company is taking its time. This long silence has sparked major confusion. Is this strategy all about the numbers? Are they just trying to squeeze every last bit of value? Are they maximizing sales from the current Sony A7IV? Is this their core strategy? Or are they playing a much longer game? Are they patiently waiting for the absolute perfect moment? Are they holding out to drop a truly groundbreaking upgrade? We mean an innovation that sweeps across the entire A7 line. If you're deeply into in-depth camera analysis, hit that subscribe button now. We dive into camera launches. We study long-term performance. We discuss low-light mastery. And we follow every mirrorless innovation closely. I am your seasoned landscape shooter. I have turned into a camera news scavenger for you. I spend hours scouring rumor boards. I read manufacturer interviews. I listen to behind-the-scenes chatter. I do this so you do not have to. This process gives you time back. You can use that time to actually chase that epic sunrise. You can lug your heavy gear into that icy forest. Or maybe you can just focus on wrangling the dog, the one who would rather wrestle muddy paws than hold still for a shot. The delay of the A7V is a huge deal. The A7S4 is still unconfirmed. This has sparked a flurry of speculation. Some folks are outright saying it. They claim Sony quietly pulled the plug on the A7S4. Others are asking a simpler, worried question. Will the A7V ever actually arrive? This delay is not normal. It feels much longer than previous cycles. In a very recent chat, a key piece of information was revealed. Sony senior product manager, Fabrice Obath, dropped a very revealing line. This quote changes everything. His statement was this: "Our philosophy is not to refresh every year at all costs. We build sustainable families with major leaps each generation." This translates clearly into a simple message. If the existing gear is still selling like hotcakes, there is no pressure. If the A7IV holds its own perfectly against the competition, Sony has no reason to rush. There is zero rush to launch a Me Too update. This is a crucial point. It has massive implications for all of us. Many of us longtime Sony shooters feel this. We feel successive mirrorless bodies have felt like incremental tweaks. They have not felt like sweeping leaps of innovation. Sure, let us give credit where it is due. Sony delivered the incredible SONY A7V III. It featured the new global shutter sensor. That was a proper, undeniable tech leap. It was a massive moment in the mirrorless world. Sony clearly can innovate at the highest level. But look at the mainstream full-frame A7 line. Specifically, cameras priced under the key $4,000 price point. Recent updates have largely been evolutionary. They were slight improvements. We saw slightly better readout speeds. There were incremental autofocus improvements. There were mild sensor tweaks. Crucially, there were very few headline-grabbing features. There was no next big thing feature. Meanwhile, the A7IV and the A7 III before it continue to sell strong. They are still market leaders. So, from a pure business perspective, Sony simply does not need to rush the next flagship model. Since Sony opened up the E-mount back in 2010, its guiding ethos has been very consistent. It is about maximum freedom. It is about offering more choice. It is about building a richer, deeper ecosystem. That in itself is a very subtle dig. It is aimed at competitors like Canon or Nikon. Historically, those brands have been much more protective. They were stricter about third-party lens access. Sony's message is powerful. If the system works well, and if the system is widely adopted, there is less pressure. They do not need to launch a version 5 just for the sake of a marketing cycle. The cameras already sell themselves. So, let's strip away the surface drama completely. Forget the daily rumors of when will the A7V arrive. What you're left with is a more strategic lens. Sony is very clearly biding its time. They are waiting. They are waiting until they can deliver substantial improvements. These are improvements in areas that truly affect the professional user. They're focusing on workflow. They're focusing on long-term reliability. They are addressing thermals, heat management. They are enhancing electronic shutter performance. They are ensuring faster readout speeds. They're improving tethered operation for studio work. They are adding internal 10-bit options. They are refining audio log workflows. They're making the EVF, the electronic viewfinder, much more responsive. And they are crucially improving AI-driven autofocus. Sony is not chasing headline specs. They are not chasing 8K, 12K, or 100 megapixels. They will not do it just because everyone else is doing it. They confirm this in the interview. They openly state that features like false color overlays, open gate 6K, or hyper-high resolution modes are simply not used much in their user base. Therefore, they say we don't see big value putting them in. This is a huge realization. Instead of chasing specs, they highlight reliability, a streamlined pipeline, and real-world usability as the absolute priorities. This shift in focus is the core reason for the delay. What might the A7V or the next S-series offering actually bring? We look at leaks and internal chat threads. We are likely looking at some major, practical advancements. First, faster readout speeds. This is to finally eliminate rolling shutter completely. Second, we expect larger stacked or semi-stacked sensors. This will give better dynamic range and revolutionary low-light performance. Third, the AI-enhanced subject tracking will be next level. This includes tracking a subject even through partial occlusion. This is when the subject is partially covered. Fourth, we should see much smoother electronic shutter transitions. Fifth, we expect better thermals. This will enable long, continuous video takes without that dreaded overheating shutdown. Sixth, the camera will likely feature internal 10-bit 4:2:2 video and improved bit rates. Seventh, we expect full timecode support and seamless tethering workflows for professional studios. Eighth, the EVF will be brighter with much higher refresh rates. Finally, we should see faster and more customizable preset systems than we have ever seen before. What we will not likely see, at least not in this generation, is the continuation of the megapixel race. We will not see a wild 12K video headline. Sony's comments confirm their new belief. They believe photographers and hybrid shooters right now care most about a very simple question. Can I trust the camera? Can I trust it to just work? Can I trust in the wild? Can I use it under low light, snow-covered trees? Can I shoot handheld at f/1.2 in a pitch-black forest floor? They care about this real-world performance far more than they care about a raw spec sheet. This is the difference between a working tool and a marketing product. So, if you're currently sitting on the fence, this message is for you. Are you asking yourself, should I pick up the A7IV now? Should I wait for Black Friday deals? Or should I hold out for the mysterious A7V or the next S model? The answer depends completely on your needs. The answer flows like this. If the body you have today meets all your needs, you should proceed. If your current gear delivers the image quality, the autofocus, the video specs, and the reliability you consistently reach for, then you should absolutely go ahead. Buy when the deal is sweet. Yes, Black Friday is almost certainly your best bet for the A7IV. You will get a mature, reliable, and excellent piece of hardware. But if you're a different kind of shooter, you need to wait. If you lust after the very latest technology, you should hold off. If you want the future-proof body and you're willing to wait for the next major platform shift, then you must wait. Do not buy the A7IV if you want a platform shift. Only buy it if you're happy with a mere increment. Hold off for the moment when Sony finally drops the big headline. That will be the moment of the true leap. Remember this key point? I have spoken with pro photographers. They cover major global events. Many are still using old bodies. Some use the Canon EOS 5D Mark IV, which is over 10 years old, and they're still getting the job done perfectly. Why? Because reliability, workflow, and operator skill matter far more. They matter more than just chasing the latest number. Gear FOMO, or fear of missing out, is a real phenomenon. I myself have vintage DSLRs on my shelf. I have film cameras. But the fact is that technology matures. The big, meaningful leaps come less often. They come less often than the marketing cycles pretend. Thank you for sticking with this deep dive. Let me know in the comments below what is truly important to you. What do you need in a professional mirrorless body right now? Is it super high resolution? Is it ultra-long battery life? Is it AI tracking for wildlife or fast-moving events? Or is it robust, studio-level tethering that just works? My best opinion on this product strategy. In my professional opinion as a scriptwriter and industry observer, Sony's strategy here is not just smart, it is visionary. For too long, the camera industry was stuck in a pointless megapixel and resolution war. Sony is choosing to move beyond this. They are prioritizing the true needs of the modern content creator and professional. The market is saturated with good enough cameras. The A7IV is already good enough and excellent. For the next generation to matter, it must solve real-world frustrations. It must focus on reliability, thermal stability, seamless workflow, and advanced AI. The delay is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of immense strength and confidence. Sony is waiting because they know they can dominate the next phase of camera technology. They are setting a new standard where usability and trust outweigh massive, unnecessary resolution numbers. The A7V and A7S4, when they finally arrive, will be less about 8K and more about delivering a flawless 4K per 6K experience under the most demanding conditions. This shift is not just an innovation. It is a redefinition of the professional tool. It is the right move for the longevity of the brand and the happiness of the user base. The final products will likely be revolutionary because they solve human problems, not marketing problems. If you like the video, subscribe, share the video, and hit the bell icon. Would you like me to use this incredibly detailed script as a foundation for a shorter, more tightly edited version for better YouTube retention?